So, if you have been subscribed to me for a while, you may have known that on my iPhone 3G I use the ifrogz Luxe original case. However, that has changed due to the fact of the condition it is in. As you can see, the clip is broken, and because of that, now the two pieces aren't holding together, and I just found this design to be really inconvenient. So what I did was I had to go out and get a new case, and the case I got is the Incase Slider for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. My name is Ben for Ben iSell Guy, and what I have for you today is the review of the Incase Slider for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. Let's begin. So here is the packaging of the Incase Slider for the iPhone 3G, 3GS. As you can see, they actually used a newer style of packaging right here. Before the older models, before the iPhone 4 even came out, the original packaging was you had to pull the little flap. With this one, all you have to do is slide it out, and then there's your case. So as you can see, you don't get much with the case. All you get is the case itself, and you don't even have a screen shield that comes with it. And this case does not cover the glass screen of the iPhone. It just sits the iPhone in there, and this is what the case looks like. As you can see, it is a two-piece slider style case. So as you can see, on the inside of the case, you have two rubber guardrails, which is actually what the iPhone is sitting on, along with a shiny black finish on the inside of the case, which is basically plastic. And of course, on the outside, you have a rubber material that is on a hard shell case. Okay, so the way you put this case on is that what you do is remove the bottom piece from the case, and you're basically just going to take your iPhone and then slide it in. Now, the first time you put this case on your phone, it's going to be a tight fit in there for the first time. And then once it becomes a habit to take it out of the case, then it starts to get a little bit loose. However, it's still a little bit tight. So you basically just seal the bottom part in, and then your phone is secure inside the case. Okay, now as you can see, the iPhone is in the case right now, and as you can see, there is a lid on the table design because the case is above the glass a little bit. Also have an opening for your speaker, microphone, and the 30-pin dock connector port, as well as your vibrate switch and your volume rockers. And of course, on the top you have a cutout for your sleep wake button, as well as the headphone jack. And then on the right side of the case, you have nothing, so it is completely sealed. And also on the back, you have a cutout for your camera right there, so you can take your pictures while your iPhone is protected inside the case. So you may be wondering, are you going to be able to dock your iPhone while it's inside this case? And the answer is yes. I mean, you do have a cutout for your 30-pin dock connector port, and most of the time you're going to be plugging in the cable. But what if you wanted to put in the actual dock? Well, one of your options is to remove the bottom piece depending on the size of the dock. However, for me, I was able to dock this okay without removing anything. And this is actually a good thing because if you keep removing the bottom piece, it'll become a habit. Not only that, but the bottom piece will get loose, and then when you try to put it on your iPhone, then it is going to be slippery. Now, one of the things you have to be aware of is that whenever you want to take this case off, as you can see, the case is on the iPhone nice and perfect right now. But when you're taking it off, you have to take note that it is going to leave some smudge marks on your iPhone. And that's due to the fact that it's sitting on the rubber guardrails, and when it's sitting on it and it's not removed from the case, it is actually sticking onto the rubber guardrails, which is why you are seeing all that smudge mark. And as you can see right here, the case is pretty hard for me to take off, especially when I'm doing it on camera, so just give it a second here. Okay, so the case is off, and as you can see, there are some groove marks on there, but however, all you have to do is take your finger, take your thumb, whatever, and just smudge it off, and then your iPhone is clean and it is good to go. Now, one thing that you want to notice is that I believe the iPhone is actually touching the side, because on the side of the case here, it actually scratched. And looking at the iPhone, you might not be able to see it, but I do see one little smudge mark right there. But in terms of the back of the iPhone, it is not sitting inside the case. The only thing that it's sitting on are these two rubber guardrails that you see right here. But on the plastic shell itself, it is not sitting on that at all. Now, one of my favorite features that I love about the Incase slider is that it doesn't have that button design that is on the ifrogz Luxe original, because that way the phone isn't going to wobble on the table whenever you put it down on the surface. I mean, look at it compared to the ifrogz. With the ifrogz, when you put it on the desk, it is going to wobble a little bit, as you can see, but not only that, you can see that it's sitting on an angle right here. I love the overall feeling of the Incase slider because it does have that same rubber texture as the one similar to the ifrogz Luxe original case, and it does feel great when you're holding it in the hand. It doesn't add too much thickness to the iPhone itself if it wasn't in the case. However, it doesn't feel like it's too thick. However, I do understand that this rubber material is going to wear a little bit, and it's going to wear very similar as the ifrogz Luxe, meaning when the color is scratched off, then you can see a little bit of silver on there. And I already noticed that I have one little dent on the corner of the case. However, that's not going to bother me at all, and as long as my phone is protected, I could care less, because this is what a case is for. This is for protection. And as far as the headphones are concerned, the headphones that I use are compatible with this case on my iPhone. Even the L-shaped headphones, I can put it in here, just like the ifrogz Luxe original case. Another feature I like is that compared to the ifrogz Luxe original, the volume rocker is more covered, meaning on the ifrogz Luxe original, it would leave a big cutout right here. I like the fact that it's not cut out right here. And as far as getting to the volume rockers and stuff like that, I can get to it very easily. I just felt that the ifrogz Luxe original case, it was cut out too much for the volume rockers, because I felt that you do not need that much space in order to get to the volume rockers. And even the vibrate switch is fine. I can get to the vibrate switch no problem whatsoever, which is why I think the Incase slider case is actually better than the ifrogz Luxe original case. The ifrogz is great. However, what really didn't impress me was that button design, and because of the button design, it got very loose and it is broken, because this piece right here is actually taken off. And even if the Incase slider were to get loose on the iPhone right here, if I were to take it out multiple times, it wouldn't matter anyway, because the case would definitely stay on. Without this piece right here, the case can't stay on unless if I were to hold it carefully, and if I take a big piece of tape and tape the two pieces together, which I'm not fond of. Although one thing that I will miss on here is the felt material inside the case itself, because the felt material was great and it kept the phone clean. However, with the rubber guardrails, I'm not too concerned about the back being scratched. And overall, this case is definitely one of the best cases that I have used on my iPhone 3G so far. And I've been rocking this for 2 weeks and I already loved it. And I enjoy using this. I'm going to continue to use this, and I'm going to try to not take it out very often like I did with this case right here. And so anyway guys, if you like this video, go ahead and click that like button down below, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Of course, follow me on Twitter and also follow me on Instagram. I will see you guys in the next video. You have a good day now.